regular season minutes, at least not usually in an All-Star game. The All-Star game single-season record, 42 by Wilt Chamberlain back in 1962, the year he averaged 50 a game. Michael already has the highest All-Star average ever, 21 plus in 10 previous games. But Kareem played in 18 All-Star games and thus has the highest overall point total. And there you see Kobe Bryant in the foreground.
Now, Michael Jordan comes to this All-Star game without Scottie Pippen and without Phil Jackson. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can get scoring.
Here is Michael. The head fake on Garnett. Over him into the lane with the game's first two.
So much for being set.
Payton into Shaq. For the turnaround on the baseline to tie it at 2.
Well, you got the competitive level that's happening out there.
Payton with the spin. Bryant. Kobe's first.
Right through the middle of the hoop. There's no luck to those shots. He does have trouble finishing off the dribble, though.
Hill on the drive. The East leads it 8-4. Here's Garnett and the Kid, as they call him, in Minnesota. Hill backing away from Garnett.
Bring it back to Jordan.
Hardaway. And Penny, who's played only 17.
Got great players like this playing out on the court. It usually takes them about 5 minutes to adjust to get used to each other's timing and rhythm.
Kemp. As we come back, Jordan takes the quick inbound pass, and his shot rattles out. Here comes Bryant ahead of the field. Reverse slam.
Centers don't outlet the ball anymore. They want to be involved in their own offense, but Shaq knows how important.
He's got the ball in his hands again. To Garnett. Back to Kobe.
See, that's the
showing that he can pass. When I asked all these players who their heroes were coming up, I said,
and keep pushing it and keep pushing it.
Kobe with 6. Hill just a step inside the three-point line. Hill gets a piece of the pass, and Kemp comes away with it. Kemp pushing it up the floor, takes it in, dumps it off to Hill, and the reverse isn't there, but Jordan stuffs it home.
To get the reverse layup, and Michael, everybody else is standing. And to me, that's the beauty of
walk it up right now.
But the big guys for the West aren't running back on defense.
Shaq banks it in.
Everybody else only a spectator.
Jason Williams of the Nets checks in. Jordan baseline, got it.
Coaches, Isaiah.
Well, I listen to him all the time because I was young and afraid like Kobe Bryant.
Count it, plus the foul for Jordan.
Who post right here, and they give him the fake and the fade and the lean.
But no foul. Eddie Jones to Payton. Payton to Bryant. Spin move, left hand, no good. Tip try by Jones isn't there. Baker will try it. And finally, it's Mutombo.
He takes one today.
Rob, I think the two most overlooked All-Stars who are finally here are Smith and Nick Van Exel of the Lakers.
Which is a miss. Now Jason Williams. Hardaway for 3, and Tim Hardaway drills it.
Where we going?
That goes back further than that, Isaiah. He was telling me how he used to take a lot of abuse from you.
With Sacramento Kings, but perhaps not much longer. February 19th, the trading deadline. His name's been in trade talks all year. Hardaway with 2 in a row from beyond the arc. Robinson's underneath.
And Tim Hardaway, he's your size, Bob.
Well, not quite. I wish. Richmond for 3.
Yeah, right.
Something like that.
All right, Kobe, we look forward to seeing you back in the game. Bob?
All right, Jim, thanks. Here's Glenn Rice with his first. Here's long off the back iron. Kidd has the rebound. Between his legs, Robinson couldn't handle it, but...
Conference on the break, and now he's got big-time finishers who can deliver.
Smith's from Hardaway.
To be some guy who played on basically a losing team his whole career. I think he needs to do more if he's really serious about getting to that championship level. He's going to have.
He can go down and perform under the low post.
Kidd lobs it up there for Eddie Jones.
Nice. I see that.
You know, if I knew someone was sick, certainly the first thing I'd do, I'd go out to someone. But yeah, I got to defend myself. You know, I'm gonna go out there and do things. And no, but he's doing the right thing. He's coming at me, which he's supposed to. But I have to defend myself in whatever way.
Michael, Reggie Miller hit a 2, and Glenn Rice a 3 for the East. Here's Baker with authority for the West. It's 45 to compete,
and if they don't compete, you got to embarrass them if you're one of the younger players.
Well, let's see what Jones decides to do. To the reverse slam. Here's Steve Smith of the Hawks. He and Antoine Walker of the Celtics just checked in. Rice for 3 again, and good again.
Jason Kidd is passing. They're not catching. and they're not finishing.
Rice has hit 3 consecutive.
Unlike the others in the past couple of years, the guys are competing, they're working hard, and they're putting on the show.
I think it's a combination of it. He's that good.
Antoine Walker got the bounce. Now at the other end, Duncan with the turnaround, and he connects. He's the only rookie in the game. Misses it. Here comes Antoine Walker behind the back to Reggie Miller. Man,
nice play.
Or at least try to in this game. They all want to show they've got a handle. Jordan left alone. That's usually not a real good idea. Too long off the glass. Jordan back on the wing to Smith. Off the baseline. Intending it for Smith, but now Gary Payton has it. Van Exel into the lane. Nick Van Exel.
Between Milwaukee and Chicago. He said his dreams as a kid were just to go to Division I and be on TV every now and then. Now here he is at the ultimate game.
And Robinson deflects the shot, and his teammate Duncan has it. Last minute of the half.
Nice.
Duncan can't finish it, but Payton can. That one spins out.
The West guards are rebounding the long ball better than the East.
Van Exel. His three.
What does she play for, Bob, in the WNBA?
There's no business like NBA business. In the last 3 seconds, Payton with the left hand and Bryant. Something to take into the line.
Next to that comment, because in '92, when Magic won the MVP, we had the flashback earlier. Tim Hardaway gave up his starting spot. Tim Hardaway went to Penny and said, hey, look, that's the way I feel, and I'm not changing my mind.
Payton accelerates, dishing to Garnett, over Kemp. He's hit 2 in a row.
As being a big Magic Johnson.
And that might work against him, because he's been catapulted into this.
You got the one-on-one, you see everybody clears out.
I'm not so sure what that was, but Kemp has it. Now Malone takes it away. Who wants it?
Well, Shaq was protecting his buddy.
That was a foul.
Garnett.
What it was.
Could have given it to Kobe. Thought about it for a second, but decided, hey, I'd like to
Just in the game that Mitch Richmond won the MVP back in Phoenix. Shaq really closing down the middle.
Mutombo in this second half. And in '96, Shaq had 25 points and 10 rebounds in San Antonio. Jordan steals it, sets Penny up. He juggled it a little, so he put Jordan instead. So he's had some all-star disappointments, even though generally he's played well in the game. Malone with the basket at the other end.
Won that all-star game last. So Jordan deserved the MVP.
Which he also did last year in Cleveland. Shaq.
Now that move
Back to Africa, his native country, and he's planning on building a couple of hospitals there. Raises a ton of money. He's bringing the entire NBA over to
his partner out there, but if he gets hot, he says he wants a lot of time and he wants the ball.
MJ slithers inside Bryant and a goaltending call.
Back him down here. Look inside, the little hitch, the step underneath. Kobe hung out to dry. Shaq only the goaltending.
Kobe for 3.
That's where Kobe is much better than creating off his own dribble. The spot-up shooting, one quick dribble here and then up. Grant Hill, who can dribble it out after their own rebound.
Bryant puts it to himself and then tosses it.
Type of surgery that he's had and made the all-star team again.
Van Exel marauding through the lane and tossing it home.
Friend, but opponent Gary Payton, who has constantly said, Nick, you'll get there one day. Just be patient.
Rice was hammered, no foul call. Robinson slings it the other way as the
bite to show him that he still must improve on his basketball game. And then if he can do that, then I think Kobe will be all right. But he needs to be there. Without Phil Jackson, he's never going to go back to the Bulls. That's over. But if Phil remains, then I think there's a great possibility.
Chicago situation so bizarre because they all want him back, and the people in Chicago love him.
And Jordan nails a 3 for emphasis. I want, and it's worked to the tune of 5 titles and maybe 7 had Michael not gone away to play baseball. What's the problem in bringing them all back? Lower East Side of New York, college at St. John's, now representing the New Jersey Nets with Patrick Ewing hurt. There's no Nick in the game. Miller for 3, as he's done so often in this building, and he turns to
Charlie said, you know, I think we're getting a little too old for this stuff now.
Jordan spins into the lane. The up and under is there for him.
And you obviously...
Jones pulls up for 3. Vince Baker blocked by Smits. Into the hands of Michael.
Ben Baker pushed Reggie Miller out of the way, and Rick Smits came behind him and said, don't push my teammate. I told him when he first got here this week, he wants to win this game, and the East has come out to show their dominance. And we talked to Bird, he talked about playing Jordan at the point.
Michael misses with the left hand, but Antoine Walker of the Celtic home, and make sure folks notice it. Eddie Jones with the reverse.
Very nice.
Playoffs. And it was because he stopped working out off the court. He committed himself to work out.
Take it from me. I'm back coaching, and I hope Michael does not make that same mistake, because he's a guy that needs something to do every day, like play basketball.
Here is Garnett. We've heard tonight that Michael has the two most esteemed predecessors of his telling him to retire. Garnett with the dunk. Matt
is take advice from the older guys. Seek one of the older guys out. When I came to my first All-Star,
that it was tastefully done.
and if I'm all these young guys right now, knowing that this may be Michael Jordan's last game,